Hey everyone, just a quick video about something that I've been thinking about recently, and that is the question of, is politeness a feminine trait? Now, recently I've sort of noticed, anecdotally obviously, that I feel like I pass better when maybe I'm not trying to be as polite as I usually am. When when I'm feeling sort of insecure on a particular day, I feel like I'm not passing very well, I don't feel very confident in myself, I tend to sort of retreat into myself and become a bit shyer. And as a result of that, I tend to become overly polite, I suppose, when I'm talking to people. So, I say, could I please, thank you very much. I sort of extend it out, I make the questions long, and I fill a lot of waffle in there. And it got me thinking about whether politeness is a trait that is associated with being perceived as more feminine as a woman. Because, I mean, just speaking from obviously a British perspective, but possibly including the American experience as well, I don't really know. But I feel like there is this expectation maybe where women are expected to sort of, especially when speaking to men, to sort of go, please, thank you very much, and sort of like extend it out. Whereas men are maybe a bit more short, a bit more straightforward to the point, sort of go like, hey, can I get this? Thanks, and like that's it. Obviously, individuals vary, and I think as well, maybe it's a generational thing. Maybe it applies mostly to when you're interacting with people who are sort of in a couple of generations above my generation. But I don't really know. I mean, it's an interesting thing, really. And it's something that's quite difficult to prove, but it would sort of explain, it would sort of make sense if, men are supposed to be the more confident, the more assertive type, and women are supposed to sort of waffle it a bit more to kind of tone it down and make it a little bit more calming. I don't know. It is something that, as a trans person, I probably pay more attention to, obviously, than a cis person, being very attuned to what makes me pass better on any particular day or not. But it is something that has just sort of occurred to me quite recently, and something that I might try and sort of test out, I suppose, by trying to be a bit more straightforward when I'm speaking to strangers over the next couple of months, and report back maybe to see what the results of that were, whether I noticed any difference. Obviously, I tend to be someone who doesn't really buy into the whole quashing parts of my personality to appear more masculine, so I don't mind being a little bit effeminate, and part of that, I don't want to make myself, I don't want to take away my politeness or whatever. As someone who aspires to be a bit of a dapper aristocrat, it is kind of included in the whole thing, the whole eloquent, adding too many words into a sentence. But it is something that, I could trial and see what happens, really, just see how it turns out. But until then, I kind of want to see what you guys are thinking about that. Obviously, other trans people, but also cis people as well. Do you feel like there is this difference between what politeness is between women and men? And do you think that, as a man or as a woman, you are expected to be a certain way, especially, women and men interacting, but also, women interacting with other women and men interacting with other men. So, yeah. Just let me know your thoughts, because this is a topic that, I'm no expert on. This is something that's just occurred to me quite recently. But yeah, I'd be quite interested to hear what people think. So, until then, until the next video or whatever, I will see you later.